Hello, Jesus. Hello, JZ also, and special thanks to Dan being the co-founder and the CEO of this amazing opportunity and bringing it all to us. This is an amazing chance, amazing opportunity. Dan, thank you for, setting the vision to put us all this opportunity in our hands and bring it to all the world. And this being said, we are a little bit short of time. My name is Cesar Fernandez. I'm a medical doctor. I've been raised as a medical surgeon and emergency room doctor. Then I make a twist after the first 5 years, and I said, okay. I found out that I was running late with the patients, and I tried something different. And I went from there, from the hospitals and the emergency rooms, and I went to functional medicine, integrative medicine, and I went all the way to clinical nutrition, stem cells, banking and research, and all of that, just to try to do something different for humanity. I am very passionate about this, and I really appreciate the opportunity that this visionary company and this amazing and futuristic product that we have right now is put in our hands to make a difference, to make a change in the world. But let me get started right now. I'm going to put some slides just to be a little bit quick, and let me tell you what do we have in our hands that got us all excited and passionate about. Okay, here it is. So, let me do something first here. I need to disable this scratches in the screen. Okay, so it is not a lack of discipline. It could be your metabolism asking for help. Yes, look, after 25 plus years studying how the human metabolism really works, I understood something that changes everything. Most people don't really have only a problem of discipline, a problem of nutrition, and a problem of bad habits. They also have a problem derived by cellular biology. Okay, and what I'm just about to share with you right now at this point today could change not only your health, it could change your longevity, and it could change your life expectancy. So why did I start it like this? Science is all that we have right now to focus on the results, but all of us wants health and wellness. Raise the hands, put a number over there, put a number 5 over there in your chats. If you believe, just like I do, that your best investment is your health and wellness. You could have everything in the world, but if you don't have health, you have nothing. You could have 1,000 problems in your life, but if you have one health issue, the other 1,000 problems just vanished, disappeared. But what is the main problem that we have? We all want health and wellness. We desire to have a full, healthy life, a holistic well being, and all of that. Yes, we all want that. That's our main desire. But who knows the necessary actions, habits to achieve these goals, to maintain this good health? Who knows that? What are the actions that we need to make, and what is the information that we need to know to achieve that goal? And in third place, what is your concrete plan to build that quality life that you wanted to have? Building something in physical, mental, and emotional well-being needs to be the actions. You need to understand the actions, the habits that you need to do, to perform, to concrete your plan to reach the goal. So this being said, also, do you know anyone who lives normalizing this kind of symptoms? Low energy, collapsed digestion, brain fog, chronic pain, lack of sleep. Almost 78% of the people live like this. And the worst part is they think it's normal. They think it's the age. They think it's genetic. No, it is a system that needs to restart. It is a system that's been shut off. And what I'm going to tell you today is I couldn't talk to you. I couldn't go farther if I don't tell you that the silence killer, chronic inflammation, low degree chronic inflammation, is literally killing the human being. According to the World Health Organization, the greatest threat to human health that it's killing 3 out of 5 people throughout the world, it's due to low degree chronic inflammation. And when you understand this, you need to understand also that your body doesn't forget your habits, that you have factors that weakens you and accelerates deterioration, and you have factors that strengthens you and build your best version. For example, chronic stress as factors that weakens you, tobacco, alcohol, fast food meals, ultra processed products, nutrient deficiency. Look, ignoring all of these factors today can mean illness tomorrow. So it's not a matter of luck. It's not luck anymore. It's a matter of decisions, and the decision is yours. For example, if you want to build the best version of you, if you take bioactive compounds, such as these ones that we're going to be talking about later on, if you make regular exercise, if you took care of your gut modulation, if you sleep well in your circadian synchronization, if you took all the vitamins and minerals and all of that, small daily decisions create great long-term changes. Your health, your energy, your life are in your hands. And one thing that I'm going to tell you is that your body is the only place that you have to live. Please, please take care of it. Take the best care of it. Some people took better care of their cars. They know when the oil change is, when the wheels need to be rotated, when something is making a little bit of noise. I need to go to the mechanic guy because the car is making this noise. But what about the noise that your body is making? Your body is screaming, your organism is asking for help. And what happens? You just ignore it. You ignore it. There's something going on because of this low degree chronic inflammation, which is called the neuroendocrine immune metabolic syndrome. It's a whole integrity problem that it's being triggered by low degree inflammation. It causes neuroinflammation, blood-brain barrier disruption. It causes peripheral inflammation, metabolic disorders. Leaky gut is the responsible for proteolysis disruption. It's the responsible of all the oxidative stress, protein aggregation to your brain, and neural loss, both of them related with Alzheimer's and dementia and Parkinson's and all of that. And this context of functional integrative syndrome triggered by low degree inflammation, it's caused by a gene expression at a cellular level. Yeah, it turns off the cell repair signaling and it turns on the disease promoters. When this happens at your DNA, the cellular damage causes inflammatory response, cell report silencing, metabolic dysfunction, oxidative stress, protein misfolding, and epigenetic remodeling. All of these things are happening right now to all of us, right inside your cell, and the chronic inflammation, our silent enemy, are increasing. In the meanwhile, the risks of serious diseases affecting your mood, your mental health, damaging your joints, your muscles, your bones, weakening your immune system, and causing metabolic syndrome, cardiovascular diseases, hormonal dysfunctions, depression, neurodegeneration, nutritional status such as obesity and overweight and sarcopenia, osteopenia, which, by the way, are the loss of muscle mass and the loss of bone density. And the immunosense, it's the getting old of your immune system and unresponsive. So this systemic inflammation is causing a response to persist and affect the entire body. What do we need to do? You've heard about this all throughout your life. Healthy diets, regular exercise, good sleep, stress management, avoid toxins, vitamins, minerals, and all of that. These small changes could give you a chance. But what happened for the people that already are in the place of the problem? You know that obesity and overweight people can reduce life expectancy by up to 10 years and 10 more years in quality of life also. Could you believe that? This is only the thing that you see from outside, but start thinking what's happening inside, because this is not aesthetics. Obesity is a chronic illness. It's not aesthetic. It only represents in the outside what's going on in your inside. And also the sarcopenia. I'm not going to go deeper here because I believe my friend Dr. Thornton is going to go deep on this. But sarcopenia is the other silent enemy. You know, the muscle is the metabolism organ of longevity. The risk of death of one people that has muscle and the other one that doesn't has is 250% up. Cigarette is 50%. The risk of dying. So imagine that. Imagine aging without muscle. 30, 40 years, you feel that you could, take the world. But what happens when you go 40 and the muscle loss begins, and then the fat accumulation, then the weakness, then the pure posture, balance, loss of independence, and then the major disability? What's the difference between the ones in the up there and the ones in the bottom? What's the difference? Look, quality of life. Quality of life. So we're going to go from proteins to peptides, because peptides are more than just nutrients. Peptides are not just nutrients. We could obtain the proteins from a vast area of for example, of meats and from milk and from this and from that. But the thing is, even from mushrooms and all that, but the thing is that we don't understand that these proteins, when they go through the gastric acid and the liver metabolism and the processes of absorption into the small intestine, what comes into your mouth is not the main problem. It's what is absorbed and get to your bloodstream, what is important. So when we found this, when we understand this, and we started to talk about peptides, which, by the way, the whole world is talking about peptides, like Dan just says. But this is a new revolution in medicine and longevity. People doesn't understand that that this is going to regenerate tissues, accelerate recoveries. This is going to improve physical performances. This is going to change body compositions. This is going to support your immune system. This is going to favor your health, and this is going to combat aging. And what happens is that if you get to understand that organic bioactive peptides are short amino acid sequences between 2 and 20 and released from precursors proteins through enzymatic hydrolysis, which is the one we use, but we could also get it through fermentation or through digestion. They exert positive effects such as systemic anti-inflammatory effects, antioxidant function, glucose regulation, antihypertensive functions, gut regulation, among others. Among others, there's a bunch of them. There's a lot of them. So what happens right now is that obtaining organic peptides, if you could see right in the bottom left here, chemical peptide synthesis. We could get them through extraction from natural sources, and enzymatic hydrolysis, fermentation, just as I told you, and also recombinant biotechnology in bacteria. And there's a lot of science around it, but let's talk about chemical peptide synthesis. It's the one that uses the semaglutide and tirzepatide and all of them. So they are using that. Why? Because they understand that your cells don't just need nutrients, they also need instructions. Remember this, nutrients are very important, but are not enough if we don't have the proper instructions. And when we understand this, we understand that bioactive peptides are the conductors of the orchestra of integral well-being. All of those musicians are over there are experts in cello, in violin, in guitar, in piano, and they are like your organs in the body. They are all experts. They are amazingly good and could do an amazing job. But if the guy with the sticks in the hands, which is the director of the orchestra, misses this and misses that and doesn't send the proper message to all of them, it doesn't matter how good they are not going to work in a functional, in an integrative way. So what is happening to our organism is just that. The gastrointestinal incretin system, it's shut off. The signaling and production pathways they are being shut off. They are mixed up. They don't know what to do. So what most of the people are doing right now is this. Yes, this. And why is it not working? It's an amazing discovery. It's scientifically, it's a boom. I'm in love with this discovery. But they have real limitations. Weekly injections, dependence on single peptides, need the clinical supervision, and optimized absorption because it's too strong doses, risk in irritation, complications, adverse effects, loss of muscle mass, non-responder patients. I've seen a lot of them. No matter what you put the shot in the shot, they don't respond. There's limited results, uncomfortable process, hardly sustainable, because in 1 year from now, according to New England Journal, you're gonna regain the weight, but not the muscle that you lost in the process. What if there were a smarter, more comfortable and effective way that we could decide? What if? Because this is what we have outside. A risk of severe effects on pancreatitis, gallbladder, on blindness, on kidney damage, on thyroid cancer, gastric paralysis, osteoporosis, and you name it. You search it, you're gonna find 10 or 20 more on the adverse effect list. But the thing is that we need to understand that the pharmaceutical does a great job, but they are not telling the whole truth about what? When we use this global pharmacological bioactive peptides, we suppress endogenous incretin production. Yes, we took the place of the natural performance of your cells. That's not right. Why? Because when we suppress and we cause weight loss and we cause epigenetic reprogramming, we reduce and suppress cellular hormone pathways, and we desensibilize the receptors, and we cause a systemic biofeedback, a loop that changes all the processes. And when you took off, because you're not gonna be using these shots for the rest of your life. When you took out the shots of the scene, what happens is that your body doesn't know what to do. All the endogenous hormone metabolic production is off, and it's not going to go back by itself. They just said, okay, they don't need me here, bye-bye, and they are off. So even the JMA cardiology are talking about since 2025 about discontinuing semaglutide among older adults with diabetes and in the US and Japan. Why? They keep going, selling and all of that, but why are they thinking about this? Because of the loss of muscle mass and the osteoporosis high risks that the users are getting to deal with. So when you see all of this and you see that we have organic bioactive peptides, which are science that transforms lives, metabolism, health, innovation, when you see that we have our amazing company who provides us the raw material and this strategic alliance with Hofstede Biocare, which is, by the way, world leader in marine biotechnology and listed in the stock exchange, and you're allied exclusively with this supplier for Orygn in the MLM industry, for research, production, development. Come on. They are amazing world leaders in biotechnology. Basically, they have the back of the infrastructure, the quality of the products that reaches us. And when you understand what they've done with this, using hydrolysis, enzymatic hydrolysis, and going through the process and obtaining these bioactive peptides and some other derivatives, what happens is that now we have the other part of the world. I call them the Batman and Robin. We already have the 3GLP. You all know what the 3GLP is doing in the world. It's just exploding. It's viral. People are going crazy with this. And now we're going to have the other side. So I invite you to know IGNYT. Patented bioactive peptides, a standard origin, pure. It's sort of the same, but different pathways. Why could we trust when we use IGNYT, which is the new product? Because the size of the molecule. It's around 1,000 Daltons. That's a molecular weight. And if you translate that 1,000 Dalton molecular weight to a size, it's going to be around 10 nanometers. 10 nanometers, something like a virus size. You believe that? That's why the absorption, the quota of absorption and the reach of the bloodstream are so high, above 95, 97%. And we have the best of both worlds, the drops under your tongue, straight to your bloodstream, and the powder in a bottle of water to go to the gym, to drink it, whichever you want to. You could use both. You could use separately. You could use, for example, this one for the maintenance after the first 3 months on your drops. You could use it any way you want to. It's amazing the chances that we have to look forward to another market, to find out that we have all this backup on the science, all these results on gut health, metabolic, energy, and BMI loss, and 10% of body fat decrease in the first 9 to 12 weeks. So having all of this, and really in this pre-launch of IGNYT, makes me so excited because I just didn't believe that we could have something else beside the drops. But now I found out that the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit because now we understand. And I just took 5 more minutes. I'm sorry. I'm just ending right now. The science is real. More than $50 million over the last 2 to 3 years invested in research. More than 10 years of studies, more than 8 published studies, FDA claims, 13 FDA claims. Could you believe that? 80 plus countries available, 98% bioavailability, all over the news, global coverage of what's going on between Offset Biocare and Orygn, FDA and Health Canada approved claims, NDI designation, new dietary ingredient designed for our product, non-GMO, Asia passported. You know, the Health Canada claims are recognized in Asia also. So 13 FDA structure function claims. I'm not going to go through this, but you need to know that that's over there in the Real Science, in the website. You just click Real Science and go through them, read them, check all the clinical trials that are published, clinical trials, published studies, in vitro studies, all about it, all about it, all about the support, the science, the trust in the field. The trust in the fields. We are exclusive channel to distribute in the MLM area, environment, through Fission Holdings with BioCare provider, Offset Biocare provider. So we also have clinical research partners such as Stanford University, independent clinical researchers, KGK Science, key opinion leaders such as Jim Lavalle and Metabolic Elite in the United States. We have everything. And to end the conversation, this is the upcoming in this second half of July. This is just coming. We have already done it with 3GLP drops. I just want to let you know that you are in the right place. You are in the right moment, in the right product, with the right company. The only question is, are we the right people? Are we the right leaders who are going to expand and make this explode all throughout the world? Are we those kind of people? We are Orygn people. We are Orygn, we are disruptive future, we are metabolic wellness, and we are fueling the world with metabolic wellness globally. The wellness revolution starts now, starts today, starts with you. Are you ready? Thank you, Jesus. Drops to you.